Happy Sunday, guys, again, and welcome to the venue live. My name is Roger Ramirez, and this is Houston's first online live performance venue brought to you from R&R Studio. Today, we're in studio with the band On the Run, Beatles and Beyond. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Roger.
Thank you for having
This
us.
is going to be a fun one, guys, because I'm going to get to listen to a lot of badass music that I have heard throughout the ages, through my 3 decades of being alive.
Timeless music.
Timeless. Yeah, of course, timeless. That's not even a question. I'm so excited about this. So Johnny, you're not new to this. You've been here before, and Zach, welcome back, guys, and to you,
Thank you.
new fellows, welcome. So please introduce your band to us. We're curious about what they do, and I'm curious about their names because I'm tired of calling them Mr. Guitar Number 1, Mr. Guitar Number 2, Mr. Bass Player. Number 7.
Well, first of all, I got to let it out. Hello, Roger! And hello, Houston,
Dude,
my man.
This right here. He's a good guy, man.
We are Band on the Run, Beatles and Beyond. We play a lot of Beatles hits, gems, oldies, goldies, and we also focus on a lot of the solo Beatles hits from each Beatle. And we just pick and choose whatever we think that we like to play and the other guys like to play. And that's what we do. My name is Johnny Ono. I play keyboard, guitar, and vocals. To my left is Marino. You want to?
Yeah, Marino. I play guitar and I sing. And then we have
Hi, this is Zach. I play lead guitar.
Dave Blessingame on bass, vocals, and harmonica. And here is
Steve, I play drums, and drums.
Okay, cool.
And cymbals.
I was like, okay.
These guys are the
And
core and the
cymbals.
heart of the band.
Of course, the rhythm section, man.
Yes.
Can't
And they're
do it
both giants, too.
They are. They are. You can't. It's a good thing GoPros have like a big like point of view, like whatever. They have a big fisheye lens,
Yeah.
so we could get him in there. You know. So Johnny, how long has your band has this band been together? And just tell us a little bit about the history, how you started it, or whoever started it. I'm assuming. Sorry, how we got started and how you got to meet these awesome dudes, man.
Me and Marino are one of the co-founders of Band on the Run. We started it in 2010, early 2010, with
Nice.
2 other guys who we like to give a quick shout out to, Tino and Louis the Boulder. What's up, guys? So we started it, and we were talking about how much we love Beatles music, and we share the same passion for the music.
I fucking love Beatles music.
Hell yeah, who doesn't?
Whenever my dad, sorry to interrupt you.
Oh, it's all
Little
good, man.
story. I got kicked out of school, and my dad sent me to church. Like he needs Jesus, type of
Good dad.
situation. And I met this priest, and he loved the Beatles, and it was before I fell in love with the Beatles. But he started like teaching me about the Beatles and all their chord structures. So
You sang Beatles in church?
no. But we had like a little side thing where we would just play.
Okay, cool.
sitting on the side.
We were sitting on the side. We skipped church.
Yeah.
Nah, just kidding.
So we've been,
sorry to interrupt you.
that's okay, man. We've been, we took a few years off, but we would come back like 2010, 2012, 14, and we've had different members cycle through the band over the years. And right now we have a really great lineup with Zach, Dave, and Steve. These guys are phenomenal players, extremely talented, and we're very lucky to have them. And me and Marino, we've been keeping the band going, and we want to keep it going for as long as we can and just keep playing as many Beatles songs as possible. We're going through the catalogs.
Deep tracks.
Oh yeah, a lot of deep tracks. We
I like
to,
deep tracks.
We like to blend some of the songs together into medleys, and we like to just experiment and try all sorts of things.
How did you come about meeting Mr. Zach?
Oh, Zach, man.
How did you find him, man? He's
We
a legend.
Yes.
He plays with everybody.
Look at him.
Yeah.
Look at this sexy man, this talented guitarist, also bass
This
player.
beauty.
Yes. We're very lucky to have Zach. We met him at the Continental Club.
Oh yeah.
We had mutual friends, and so he'd come out and come up and jam with different bands, and eventually he joined like Baroness, and he played with us, sat in with us a few times, and then Marino actually approached Zach and asked him to be a permanent member, playing second guitar.
Yes.
And so now these 2 guys both play lead guitar. They share the load, and it sounds amazing. So
That is
we're very
pretty
lucky.
amazing.
We're very
How
lucky
did you
to
meet
have
Mr. Bass Player over here? Sorry, I
Dave-
forgot your name again.
Dave Blasting Game is a legend in the Houston music scene.
Well, he was telling me he's been playing like this whole week, like every day.
Yeah, Dave plays in more bands than all of us.
Oh yeah,
He-
yeah.
He's also the leader
Yeah.
of the Fab 40, which is a giant orchestra of musicians that come together and
musical
play
director.
Beatles
Really?
music. Yeah, he directs
No way.
big
Where at?
orchestras.
That's very
We
interesting.
do some of
man.
the shows at Discovery Green. We tend to do
Huh.
concept. We do albums like Abbey Road or Sgt. Pepper from start to beginning, and use all the instruments, orchestra, Indian instruments, whatever. We've had several hundred people funnel through that over the years for some of these shows.
Dude, that's
Lots
amazing.
of people.
Johnny
when-
has played in a
When do
couple
y'all when do
shows.
y'all do this?
Just kind of random, sometimes in the spring or the summer.
How can we find out about this? So
you
that
look
I
at
can,
the
I don't care
Discovery-
about anybody else. I want to
Discovery
go.
Green. There's a Fab 40 site on Facebook too. You can
Okay.
look at.
Okay.
Hey,
I thought that'd be really cool.
Also,
man.
I'd like to pitch really quick that we're working on another
Yeah,
project
yeah, dude, of course.
for next year sometime. It's going to be all ELO. And for those that don't know, Electric Light Orchestra.
Oh, thank you. For me, yeah. I'm like, what is it? What is it?
Yeah, we're working on it. It's like really great 60s and 70s music, a lot of harmonies, keyboards, and so
We'll be supplementing some other players. We'll probably have a violinist and cellist and another percussionist. Anyway, it's ambitious.
very.
He's very
Yeah, that's
ambitious.
awesome, man. I really that's really cool about the Beatles
Yeah.
40. That's super dope, man. I'd like to see it one day.
The ELO project is actually the brainchild of Marino and Dave.
Oh yeah.
So
The music director.
the music genius.
That's
I know
awesome,
more
dude.
string players in town, and so
That's pretty awesome.
we
man.
use a lot of people, a lot of musicians around town to supplement and fill things out.
That's cool, man.
Yes.
Well, thank you for being here. It's a pleasure.
pleasure.
It's a pleasure to meet all of you. Mr. How did you meet this
Steve,
gentleman?
actually, we met Steve through different
He just showed up and
mutual
wrecked it.
friends.
That's right.
Mutual musicians.
He
There was a
like-
guy named Hesney who played guitar and band on the run.
That sounds familiar.
Hey, Hesney. And so he played with Steve in a band called Abe's Wing, and that's how we met him.
Yeah.
And he sat in with us a few times, and eventually he became a permanent member. So we're very fortunate to have Steve. Steve, you fucking rock, man.
Thank you.
He does rock. He showed up. He was like, "I'm cool.
Just ready.
Everything sounds good.
Yeah.
Let's get on with it."
Low maintenance.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, yes, that's good. So, there's a lot of tribute bands that play with each other. They play like along with each other. Is there any band in town that y'all would like to perform with, like next to them, or? I know
Oh,
there's
man.
there's
There's so many.
There's so many. Is there anybody that y'all haven't performed with that you would like to maybe share a stage with?
There's
That
just
you look up to?
There's so many different bands out there, Roger. It'd be hard to name all of them because I think a lot of the Beatles music could go along with music that other people do, and they tribute, like whether it's from the 70s, maybe even 80s, some 60s bands out there. But there's so many that I would love to play with alongside.
There's a lot that I would like to hear, man. There's a lot of bands growing up that I heard about in town before I started doing this. That I'd like to maybe check out, see if they're still in existence, because I just saw them like a couple of videos and they're really good, man. You're right. There's tons of bands.
Yes.
Tons of bands have been through here, and I don't think we've even touched, like, we're not even like
Barely scratched the
we-
surface
Yeah,
of it.
exactly. Like we're at the top of the iceberg still, you know.
And I know you're a busy man, but you should try to come out to more shows and go out to the different venues and check out the bands.
I am. I'm starting to.
But I know you've had a lot of bands in here already.
I'm starting to, like, whenever they cancel, which sometimes it pisses me off.
It happens, you know.
But we're around the Continental Club a lot. And some of the other tribute bands that we play with Von Hindenburg, a Led Zeppelin cover band.
That would be a cool.
Dave
Learn
plays
about
with
it.
Von Hindenburg.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun.
We should make that happen then.
Yeah, we could. And Picture Book, first Friday of the month, is a British invasion band with Ryan Guidry and Steve Candelari and Bill Royal. Just
Shout out, guys.
So pretty much any day of the week at the Continental.
Every Friday.
Every
yeah,
Friday.
There's somebody
every Friday, a
playing.
different band.
Every
Yeah.
Friday a different band.
Band on the Run plays every second Friday of the month.
Every second Friday, guys. I gotta
Yep,
go out and see
second
y'all play,
Friday.
man.
And
I will-
available for your own private parties, too.
Yeah, available for private parties, booking. We got some gigs pending. But our next show is at Continental Club on Friday, January 10th. So be there.
Yes.
So when is this project expected? The ELO. That's what Anna Paulin wants to know.
We just started planting the seeds for this project. Dave is the arrangement
Getting some charts
master.
together and making
Yes.
everyone kind of do the homework, basically.
Yeah.
But
It says that you need to go up to Maryland and play and showcase yourself.
Oh, I know who
Okay.
that is. Hey, Anna.
Okay, so what have you prepared for us? What artists, what songs are you gonna prepare for us? Are you gonna play for us today?
We have a pretty good variety of the different Beatles, later Beatles.
Uh-huh.
We're going to throw in a few,
I know you're gonna play "While My Guitar Gently Weeps,"
yes.
and that's one of my favorite songs ever.
From my favorite Beatles album of all time, the White Album.
Of course, I knew that.
So we have that on the list for you. We have we have a few early Beatles songs too,
Uh-huh.
a few later songs, but it's mostly going to be from their solo career. That's what we mostly focus on. So we picked and choose particular songs from each one that we feel like the audience would love, and we love to perform it. So we're really looking forward to it.
I'm really looking forward to this, man. I've been looking forward to this since last time you were here. You told me about it. I was telling my fiance, I was like, I'm really looking forward to the band because they're gonna play a lot of really badass music, and it's gonna be a fun one. It's gonna be fun to mix
Yes.
you. And where can people find your band on social media?
We're on Facebook, Band on the Run, Beatles and Beyond, and I believe we have a website, right? Maybe. We're working on it. But
It's a work in
mostly
progress.
Facebook, yeah. And that's where you find us. Give us a like, and send us messages and
Pictures?
Pictures, yeah, from the shows. If anybody has any suggestions on what songs they'd like to hear
Ooh,
from us,
That would be nice.
we'll take the suggestions.
you
And
can look at the Continental Club
suggest some songs
website,
too?
too.
Yeah, the Continental Club website, continentalclub.com. And you could find a schedule there with all the different bands we play in, when Band on the Run plays. And so, yeah.
So before doing this project and many other projects that you're in, what music who was one of your biggest influences growing up that really shaped, you feel like it shaped the way you play music and
For
listen
me,
to music?
I would say my first influence would be David Gilmour, the guitarist for Pink Floyd.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's how I really got into music. And then shortly after that, it was the Beatles.
That's
And
pretty
That's
badass.
where I grew from there. So what about you,
What
Marino?
about you, man?
Well, I mean, I've always been a huge Beatles fan. You know, man, it's hard to say. I'm a huge Prince fan just because I love
Oh, yeah.
production and songwriting and man, I don't know. It's hard to say. I love so many bands. You know.
What were you
I
listening
mean,
to on the way over here?
on the way over here? Well, I've been listening to a lot of ELO because we got to get used to a lot of that stuff. So, but I mean, that's also one of my most favorite bands of all time. You know, because he's an incredible songwriter and a producer, Mr. Jeff Lynne, and I mean, just anything from the '70s, man.
Yeah.
That's a good
You
era,
know,
man.
I mean,
That's
it's
a good
just-
era of music.
Incredible artists.
I felt like I was born on the wrong time period.
I think we all feel that
Yeah,
way, actually.
Sure.
Right?
I was born during the era, so.
Oh, well, we all envy you.
What about you, Zach?
Yeah, it's a lot of 70s. First major influence was definitely the Beatles. And Queen. Brian May is like my inspiration as a
yeah.
guitarist. So
Nice choice.
Yeah, mostly 70s.
I feel
Yep.
like a lot of my major influences were the Beatles too. Like
Yeah.
early Theory. That's kind of like what. All right, so I grew up playing like cumbia. And
Yeah.
no, it's good stuff, but the Theory compared to like the Beatles and stuff. Like once I started studying the Beatles chord progressions, I was like, man, there's like a whole another different way of approaching music, and that's kind of like what opened up my eyes to what I consider free music, free and timeless music. You know,
Right, yes.
which is just being free, man. Just
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there is a chord structure, you know, and a key and whatever, but just playing with chords, that's really what makes Beatles like such a badass group. I mean, obviously they're super talented and just awesome, but that's who really opened up my mind, if you want to
Greatest
say it.
songwriters.
Yeah, like greatest songwriters of all time, dude.
Dave, your influences?
Gustav Mahler, Mozart. Actually, I was a classical musician at one point, but I never gave up bass and guitar. I studied
What did you play?
string bass, and I studied to be an opera singer at the University of North Texas.
Really?
Sang with the Dallas Opera, the Shreveport Opera, did classical work, but I never gave up guitar and bass. And all the training in the long run that I had, theory and whatever, can easily apply to this for arranging and, just rehearsing. We're able to carve out parts. And anyway, had a very rich music life, but playing with these guys is a lot of fun. This is something I look forward to every month, getting
It's really
with all
badass.
these guys. What do you think?
The Beatles weren't my first influence when I started playing drums. Actually, it was Led Zeppelin, hearing Bonham play.
Nice.
That's what got me hooked. And then going through high school was actually, I see your awesome studio is adorned with Dave Matthews. Man, Carter Beauford on the drums, forget
Oh,
about
yeah,
it. That
dude.
just blew me away. And then I guess in the 70s, rock drummer would be like Neil Peart from Rush.
Mm-hmm.
And then later on, I came to appreciate Ringo a lot more. I think growing up, I saw these killer drum sets, these 1,000-piece drum sets, and I was just like, that's where
What's
it's at.
Ringo
And
doing?
then you look at Ringo, and he's got like 3 pieces. But then it wasn't later until I realized, that guy's really kind of set the stage for everybody and was a real a pioneer in that rock beat and everything. So now they're up there with the top 3, one of the top 3 bands ever.
That's cool, man.
Permanent influence. So.
That's cool, man. Well, welcome. We're really excited that all of you are here. And guys, if you're watching,
man.
let's see what else we got. Lady Yvette, hey Johnny, we are watching you and so proud of you. Mom and Dad, say hi.
Hey, Serena. Hey, Mom. Hey, Dad. Love y'all. Thank you for tuning in.
I hope to hear Happy Christmas tonight. I was actually hoping for that one too. But still, if not, it's okay.
Maybe.
Maybe. As I come to the Continental and hit the dance floor to the sounds of the band on the run. Yes, they're giving you an information.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
the people they come to the Continental Club, they see us. Thank you so much, y'all, for supporting us for so many years, and we've got a lot more coming to you. So thank you so much,
Guys, we want to give a couple of shout outs to Kevin Hamlin and Tune Out Cancer Fest. It's a great festival, February 21st through 23rd. All the proceeds go to Texas Children's Hospital to help out with people who have cancer. And I forgot where it is at. I always forget, and I always say that I'm gonna write it in there. The W. It starts with a W. Yeah, something saloon. Cheddars. Never mind. Cheddars. All right, whatever. I'm not gonna make an ass out of myself. More. Hey, I'm a little hungry. Okay, Iván Oropesa and Rock Animal for all the support. We have a Spanish rock concert here every Wednesday nights. King Baby Familia and Diego for all the mad love always. He's a great guy, sending us a bunch of artists here. Severo Brown and Zona Libre and KFPT. Again, they always give us support and send us the artists that come through there. Hank Lamb and 90.1 for sending us more artists. And we want to give a shout out to Westone for the in-ears. Those guys sent us a lot of in-ears for the studio. And we're really happy that they did because they were free first off.
Yeah.
And they sound badass. We're really happy about that. Thank you, Westone. If you're looking for in-ears, buy Westone. They're pretty badass, and I have a discount code that I forgot to look up. But if you want to buy some in-ears at a discount, reach out to me and I'll give you the discount code. Am I forgetting?
It's Wildcatter Saloon.
The Wildcatter
Wildcatters.
Saloon.
I'm
Not-
actually
not-
gonna play
not
there
Cheddars.
sometime next year.
Wild Cheddars. Cheddars. There's a
Wild Cheddars.
Right? That's close enough.
Hey, check it out. I'm wearing the in-ears right now.
We didn't even know he was wearing them.
I'm
Look at
wearing
that.
them right now.
They became a part of him.
Yes. After what happened last time. Yeah.
After what happened last time, you're like, I'm not touching them.
Yep. Once they're in, they're in.
That was such a dope thing. No, it was not. It was scary. But now it's funny.
Yeah, we're good now.
We're good now.
Yeah. Ready to rock.
Guys, if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you like what we're doing here, your support in doing this, showcasing local bands every night, it's important to us. We really appreciate it. If you don't like it, tell us what you don't like about it, which would suck. But but tell us if you don't like it. Whatever. We take all criticism. If you're watching on Facebook, share the event. Make sure that these guys are heard by everybody. Every time you share it, there's a potential for a new person to listen and share. And just more and more and more. Social media, it's free. I know you got a phone in your hands anyways, whether you're watching this or not. So just go ahead and share it. It costs nothing. You're only doing something good for local bands. If you're watching on Twitter, retweet the event, please. We stream live to Twitter as well. And if you're on Twitch, doing whatever people on Twitch do, follow us because somebody told me that Twitch was cool. It was like the new hot thing. But I don't know. I don't ever watch it. But if you do watch it and you're happy with Twitch, follow us. It's always cool to have your support on all platforms. I think I've said everything I needed to say, man. What about you?
I think we're pretty good. You guys ready to rock? Yeah.
Guys ready to rock, guys?
ready.
All right,
Yeah.
guys. We're going to take a minute break while these guys go in the booth. This is mixed live. There is no doctoring. There is no magic. This is what we want to do here. We want to bring you the raw music of the local bands. And so stay tuned. We're going to take a short break, and glad that you are watching. Thank you for spending your Sunday evening with us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I really appreciate you having us here, Roger, and inviting us. It's an incredible opportunity. You have a beautiful studio, man, and you're an incredible sound guy and a very patient guy. So thanks, man.
Thanks,
appreciate
man.
you.
Thank you very much.
We
Thank you very
appreciate
much,
it.
guys. It's my pleasure to have all y'all here.